plaintiff, Timothy Plunkett, rented an apartment with the defendant, and he claims the defendant got drunk 5 nights a week. Timothy claims the defendant would pass out and then relieve himself on their furniture, and he's suing him today for rent, utilities, and a cleaning deposit. Defendant Brad Letsom says while living with Timothy abused prescription pills and marijuana, and he thinks Timothy was so stoned all the time that he had no idea what was going on. Brad says Timothy is suing him for more than he owes.
Start with you.
Well, Brad and I were former roommates. He was a drunk. We lived together in October. Sorry, Your Honor, forgive me.
He was a drunk and you were a weed head. You can't remember anything. Don't he sound like a weed head?
I do have
up in the middle of his thought.
I do have my medical marijuana card. Yes.
See, I told you.
So that
you
is.
don't have to smoke all day.
I don't smoke all day. No.
Unless
no,
you're in pain all day, then you can. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. So we moved in October, and everything was okay. Everything was cool for the first 2 months, and then he lost his job. He would drink to the point where he would pass out, black out, relieve himself.
Oh, really?
No, yeah, really.
How often?
Several times. I have some documented as well.
Give me his typical night or the typical week. That's pretty inflammatory what you said. So I got to get a little more background on when you've seen all this happen and how often, because you just gave me a picture in my mind that it happens that every time you come home, he's laid out on the floor out of it and wet.
Not every day.
All right, so I need you to give me a better picture of the guy.
Not every day, but
every blue moon, what would happen?
He would.
How often would you see him drunk?
Quite often, about 5 days a week.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, he would go out and drink at the bar after work. I mean, we both worked in the service industry, and I was a bartender. We would go out, have drinks, and
he'd get drunk 5 days a week.
He drank a lot, yeah. And I would have liquor in the house, and he would drink my liquor.
How did that hurt you guys' living situation, other than him taking your liquor and appearing?
Peeing everywhere. Yeah, that was kind of.
He did that often?
Well, it was.
Sir, let me hear from you, because this guy, I don't believe you did that.
You would have to be the first person in my adult life that's ever accused me of that.
Yeah.
I think that he was probably so stoned all the time that he really has no idea what was going on in the world around him.
What was it like living with him?
Well, he's a drug addict. He's hooked on prescription pain medications and psychoactive drugs, and I mean things that I don't even know what they are or why somebody would be taking drugs like that.
You said antipsychotic drugs? Is that what you're probably when you say psychoactive? All right. Well, the marijuana I thought covered the pain.
My psychiatrist does give me antipsychotics for major depression.
All right.
Yeah. I do
and
take
the pain
those.
pills?
I do not take those.
Okay.
I do not have those.
Good
I
enough.
have
He
my
denies that.
medical marijuana card.
Okay. No, I got that. We're all right. I was just trying to check on these pain pills he's alleging you abuse.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty dangerous. All right. But living with him was all right or not?
Yeah. I mean, he's a decent person to live with, I should say. Other than the, kind of like stumbling through the house like a zombie, high on the pills and the marijuana.
All right. Tell me how he owes you.
He lost his job in December. I have text messages between him and I about him doing unemployment, and I covered his rent.
For December?
For December and January.
Okay. And what was his share per month?
$545.
Okay.
It was $10.90 per month, and the utilities, the gas, the electric, and the water, I covered as well because he was unable to pay.
For what months did you cover in total?
December through March.
Okay, when did he move?
He still lives there. I moved.
Okay.
I told him after everything that happened between the point we moved in January, I said I was going to move out. I started looking for a place. I had a death in the family about a month after that, and I went down to California. While I was down there for a week, he packed up all my things, changed the locks to the place, and I was unable to get into the place when I got back.
So he evicted you, essentially. If he changed the locks on you, he evicted you.
Yeah.
Sir, let me hear from you.
Okay. January, I did pay. He's right about December, the $545 there. January was paid, and then February and March, he did not live on the property. And as from that part forward, I was the property manager.
Were you billed for February and March utilities?
Yes,
Or
I was.
December
I
through
have,
March?
I have all the evidence
Let's
right
see
here.
it.
Okay.
So did you pay the bills from those months? The utilities and gas?
When I lost
and
my
this as
job,
well.
he told me not to worry
I
about
know, when he moved. You just told me your defense today was he moved. That's why you don't know for the
February,
other
March,
months.
yes.
You did pay?
Those.
You did pay?
I didn't live there anymore in February, March.
When did you move?
I moved into the manager's unit.
When? I said. That wasn't where.
February.
That was when.
Beginning of February. If he was still paying utilities in February and March, he was paying for ghosts.
Okay. Did you
No,
did you change the locks on him, sir?
Yes, I did.
When?
When he was gone in California.
When was that? I don't know when that was.
Beginning of February, Your Honor.
Changed the locks at the beginning of February. That's what you meant by he moved at the beginning of February. I guess you would. Someone changed the locks on you. All right. And did you have a court order allowing you to do that?
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
Okay. And you think that was legal?
In the state of Oregon, it is, Your Honor.
All right. Show me that law.
I don't have that with
I know you don't. There's no such law anywhere in the United States that allows you to change the locks without notice or court order. All right, and therefore I'm going to grant, I see the rent, I see the utilities, and I see the cleaning deposit. I'm going to grant you your judgment. You've shown me evidence of everything. Have a good day.
Thank you.
burden of proof of payment fell on me, and I didn't have the proof here, so.
I'm glad I won and showed that he was a liar. So.
He's blacklisted from the community I live in because he's got such a bad drug problem and nobody wants him around.
Seriously.
So I won't see him anymore.
Oh, really? That's true? Yeah, right. That probably at your property, but oh my God.